is to make sure that the borders are no longer porous. I'm sure you have seen on social media how they were showing people just, coming in large numbers through broken fences and all that. And the public in South Africa was very angry at us, and they believe they are not safe. They feel like they are not living in a sovereign state. So for that reason, we are going to put up a border management authority. And Parliament has already passed that act. It was stuck in the NCOP. Fortunately, before Parliament closed down last year, before Parliament rose, the NCOP has finalized that. When we reopen, it will go back to the National Assembly to adopt the amendments, and we'll establish a border management authority so that we no longer have porous borders.
Just a final question. How do the amendments, Minister, deal with especially some of the transgressions on the labor and business front?
No, that's a very good question, Tshepiso, and I need to explain it because I've had even lawyers in the field of immigration deliberately distorting it. What happened, Tshepiso, is that you know that in South Africa, unlike all the countries on the continent, when people are here as refugees or asylum seekers or migrants, they are not put in camps. They are integrated in communities. Many countries are not doing that, but South Africa is doing it. They are not in camps where they are taken care of by United Nations, international donor organizations, etc. They are integrated. So one of them, a lady from Zimbabwe called Wachenuga, went to court and said the process of applying is taking too long. I want to be allowed to work in the meantime. And the judges, cognizant of the fact that people are not in camps being taken care of by United Nations, agreed with her that yes, people who are applying for asylum in the country, they need to be allowed to work in the meantime. But where it's getting distorted, the judges said the Standing Committee on Refugees Affairs must determine the conditions under which that work can be done, what type of work. In other words, the work and study. And they said that must be determined. Since that time, it was never determined. So what we are saying in the new regulations was that the Standing Committee on Refugee Affairs must sit and determine that in line with the instructions of the court.
Okay, Minister.
This is an instruction from a court of law.
All right, thank you very much for your time and clarification. The Home Affairs Minister, Dr. Aaron Motsoaledi.